felt that it went splendidly, and this was so important because obviously it is the King's birthday parade, and obviously it has a fascinating history, and the ceremonial is, as always, magnificent. The colour trooped by the Irish Guards, and of course the historical side of it we all know. But what was especially significant was the human drama that is being played out, so to speak, and shared with us by both King Charles and also, particularly, were given yesterday's very, very moving statement by the Princess of Wales. I mean, I had hoped and to some extent expected, we hadn't actually seen her at an official engagement for 6 months, that she'd be on the balcony. I didn't think she'd be able to join, so to speak, proceedings and watch some horse guards coming in the carriage with George, Charlotte and Louis. So this really, really was tremendously significant. It's the first time she's been back at royal duties, and she expects to attend more, and there'll be a lot of speculation about that naturally, but equally there is no question that, as she made clear in that very, very moving statement, there's a battle that she's fighting, and she's also reaching out to others fighting similar battles with this pernicious illness affecting millions around the world. So this really was, not only was King Charles's role somewhat changed, because last year he was on horseback. This is the first such appearance by a monarch at the birthday parade on horseback since 1986, because the Queen Elizabeth, having ridden Burmese for 17 years, decided she'd use Queen Victoria's phaeton subsequently, and this was, well, it's somewhat brave of the king, because riding, well, he was 75. This time it was adjusted, and he carried out with Queen Camilla the inspection in the carriage, and then subsequently the parade went much as expected. What I think, the image I think so many people will also have is of Catherine standing next to King Charles on the balcony, and the four of them with George, Charlotte and Louis. I mean, this encapsulates the core of the monarchy. This is the future of the institution. And I frankly think it went brilliantly. I thought that Catherine looked radiant in Jenny Packham, and I would pay it the highest possible compliment to say that I believe the late Queen would have been proud of the way they carried it off. Occurred last year, but the context was completely different. And I mean, this, let's be frank, it would have been very stressful to go through with all of the ceremonial, because it's all in the eye of, the media storm. This is a worldwide event. Britain is known for its ceremonial brilliance. And here, both King Charles and the Princess of Wales knew very well every movement would be photographed that was public. And I mean, it's like being in the eye of a storm, of a form of a whirlwind. There was a rainstorm, but that didn't dampen everyone's spirits. The point was, obviously, that this was something that went very successfully, and the image was of absolute solidarity. Heaven knows the monarchy has in recent years had, apart from recent illnesses, serious illnesses, they had problems with the Sussexes and with Andrew. But this was very different, and you could see the solidarity and the sympathy that you refer to. I think there will probably be less of it, but one has to accept, unfortunately, that the trolls, and I mean, they are lower than vermin, to coin a phrase, but they are part and parcel of social media life, unfortunately. I wish there was a way that it could be better policed, but there isn't. So, I mean, I think there will be less of it because people obviously can see for themselves, but I despair at the moment of it ever vanishing. I think it's very important to recognize that King Charles is king, and he emphasized this when he became king, to serve. And he expects the monarchy, or the institution, whilst he, as previously it did, though taking account of changing times, to serve the people. And he sees and he knows that the future of the monarchy are William and Kate and their children. It won't have disturbed him at all, the fact that most of the attention will not unnaturally be on her. And given the situation, she looked absolutely gorgeous, and that is the fashion side of it, the way the royal family can be exemplars of style. There have been previous examples of this, very, very significant. So, this is something I think he was pleased to do.